Hi, I'm the Artsy Crafter. Today I want to show you my reindeer fun pop-up. So you have an outside cover. There's one of the two templates that I've given to you. This one says Happy Holidays, and both of them have a writing activity on the back, okay? And when you open it up, you're going to love this. There's my reindeer wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to put your reindeer fun pop-up together. Okay, I think we're ready to begin putting things together. So first I want to show you what you're going to need. You're going to need a base template, and there are 5 options to choose from. Then you're going to need the upper and lower mouth plus the nose. Notice I put 2 on the page, so obviously you just need the 1. And you're going to need a front and a back cover. And again, I gave you 2 options there. So what I would like you to do is choose what you're going to use, complete the writing activity, add any decorations that you want, and color everything. When you have that done, come on back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, in this next step, we're going to put glue on the cover. So you can see I put glue around the outside edge and then down the crease in the middle. And all I'm going to do is very carefully line up my template and glue it to the cover. Now, if your teacher photocopied on double-sided paper, you don't have to do that step. But what you have to do then is fold it in half. So line up your edges very carefully and then just crease it really well. And what I'm most concerned about is that when you open it, you will see that there's going to be a crease right down the center of that reindeer face, and everything we do gets lined up with that crease. So to get ready for the next step, I want you to take the upper and lower mouth and the nose and cut that out. Okay, you're back. So it must mean that you've cut out your 3 pieces as well. So I'm just going to set the lower mouth and the nose aside, and we'll work here with the upper part of the mouth first. So you have a dashed line right here in the middle. What I want you to do is just fold on that dashed line. So I usually squeeze on both ends and then give it a little crease right there in the middle. Okay, and then you have some tabs. So I have 2 on the top. Fold those down. And then 2 here on the inside. Fold those down as well. So I made sure I colored mine for the your viewing pleasure. I didn't color the teeth, obviously. Now, when I craft, I use a glue stick. And so what you're going to do now is put a good amount of glue on each of those tabs. So there's the first one and the second one. And then just roll those tabs to the underside. See that? The teeth line up there. Do your best just to match it up. Then hold it for a minute. So what you've done is create that nose, okay? So give that a moment to dry, especially if you're using that white runny glue. You want to make sure that's set really well, okay? Then what we're going to do is put these 2 pieces down. Now your template might be different than one I chose, but all I try to do is glue it in place, get it up, like not down here. I like to get it right up here under those eyes. And what we're going to do is make sure that the outside of the upper part of the nose hits those lines on the either side of his face. You see that? So right in there. Okay, so one at a time. Mine's nice and secure. I put glue on the first side here. And again, making sure I put a lot of glue on there. And I get right in here on the edges, okay? And then this dashed line has to be lined up now with that fold on your paper, or it's never going to close properly. And I get right under those eyes, and then I stretch it out here to the edge of the paper, and underneath then I just hold that tab with my finger. So again, let me explain what's important. This dashed line gets lined up with that crease on the paper, and then I stretch all the way out here so that the tab lines up with the edge of the face. Okay? And notice I tuck right in here where those eyes are. Okay, when I'm happy that that's nice and secure, so you can see one half is done already, then all I have to do is come to the underside and give it a little bit of a push with my fingers to make sure it's nice and secure. Now I need to put some glue on this tab. So I'm just going to rotate that a tad, and I'll put glue on there. Okay. And then I'm going to just keep that flat. And the easiest thing to do now is just close everything up. And again, I'll crease really well with my finger here. And then when I think it's set, you see that? It's glued underneath, and there's my face in place. I mean my nose in place on the face of my reindeer. All right, so I'll give you a moment to get caught up to me, and then we'll put the lower part on. Okay, you're back. So I hope you didn't have too much difficulty putting the top part of the mouth onto the face. Hoping you're loving it so far. He's cute, isn't he? All right, now let's do the bottom part here. So I'm just going to set that aside. Okay, couple steps. First one, just fold it in half. Now, when you fold it in half, line up that line right across, and just fold it. You don't even have to fold it all the way down. Just fold it basically to that lower jaw, okay? So there's the first fold. Second fold, I want you to fold along that lower jaw. And it doesn't have to be totally accurate, but here we go. So just in the corner here, give it a little pinch, and then you just work your way. See how I just work my way along the jaw, and I give it a little bit of a pinch. Okay, now on this side, because I'm right-handed, but if you're left-handed, obviously you're going to start on that side. So where I have this line extended, I want to cut that with my scissors. Now, I can't stab it with my scissors, so what I'm going to do is take the scissors and use the portion closer to the handle, and what I'm going to try to do is just put a little slice there. So just a fine, fine, fine slice. See that? And then I can just chop that off. And all I did that because I want to get my scissors in there. So I just want to now put my scissors in there, and I'm going to cut around the teeth. Now I'm going to have to use the tip of my scissors for that, and then come around on this side, and then see how I put my scissors in there and I cut then on that side as well. So basically you've cut now a little groove there around the teeth and over on that side as well. Okay, I'll give you a moment to get caught up to me. Okay, that was the hardest part. Now here we go. Now remember you have one crease here already. So what I'm going to do is kind of open that mouth up with my hand. And if I fold, see if I start to fold this part down, you see what happens? Those teeth stick up nicely in the air. And just very gently, I can fold so that I put a crease right here, right to the edge. And I fold this nice and flat, and then basically I get a fold right here where the bottom teeth are. So basically what I have then is a valley fold and a mountain fold. And do you see that? It just nicely folds together. So let me show you again. I started putting that together. Those teeth just stick up in the air. And then I just squeezed right here, basically behind the teeth, and in front of the teeth, and then right in the middle of those teeth. Okay? So you can get that done. And then you can take these two tabs here and fold them down as well. Okay, you go get caught up to me and we'll glue that in place. Okay, I hope that wasn't too difficult for you. Now we're going to glue this lower portion of the mouth in place. So I'm going to put glue on one side again. This time I'll start on the left, okay? So lots of glue on that tab. Now, where are you going to place it? Don't put it way down here. Okay, I want to partially cover that mouth. So I'm going to see if I can keep that a little bit open for you. And what I'm going to do is put mine in here about like so. So you can see a little bit of that tongue, okay? Now again, this crease right here has to be lined up perfectly with the center crease on the reindeer face. So I'm going to put that where I want it. I'll try and lift that up for you. Okay, so again, line up this crease with the center of the page. And I'm going to put it on a bit of an angle. And then I've got my left side in place. That's all I've done. Okay, and then do the same thing here. I'm just going to fold it over. I'm going to put glue on this second tab now. And I'm just going to close my template and everything should line up perfectly. Okay, let's have a look. So when I open it up, there's that big mouth, and then there's my reindeer. Now, usually when you open it the first time, do you see how that bottom jaw takes a little bit of encouragement, basically, to move up? So I play with it always a little bit that first time to get it back into the shape I want. And then the more you use it, do you see that? There's that jaw. Okay, you're back. I hope you had fun playing with that for a minute. Now we have to glue the nose onto the reindeer. So fold it in half, and all I'm going to do is put glue on that crease and line that crease up with the crease already on the upper part of that mouth. Okay, so that's a really easy step. Okay, you're back. So I hope you put your nose on there. So that's what mine looks like now. And look at that jaw, just opens and closes nicely. There's my little reindeer wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And again, look at it, closes perfectly flat. I hope you love it and have a great holiday. and I'll see you soon.